You know that feeling when a piece of furniture instantly makes a room feel more put together, and you stop worrying about it wobbling or falling apart over time. This is the Modus Furniture Solid Wood Dresser Nevis in Espresso, and the biggest thing I noticed right away is how confidently solid it feels in everyday use. This is a bedroom storage dresser, but I also see it as a long-term furniture piece for anyone who wants something that behaves like real wood furniture, not a temporary fix. I'm the kind of person who opens and closes drawers constantly, tosses laundry in, pulls out jeans, swaps seasonal stuff, and uses the top like a daily landing zone. If you want a dresser that can take that kind of routine without feeling delicate, this one fits. It is especially good if you are furnishing a primary bedroom, upgrading from something lightweight, or setting up a guest room where you want everything to feel intentional and durable. The look is what drew me in, but the build is what kept me happy after living with it. The espresso finish is deep and warm, and it makes the wood grain feel richer instead of hiding it. In my space, it reads clean and modern without going cold or glossy. It also does a good job of blending with different styles. I have lighter walls and a mix of light and dark pieces, and it does not clash. The top surface is wider than I expected in a practical way. I'm not trying to decorate like a showroom, but I do like having a lamp, a tray for daily items, and a little space for things I set down without thinking. On this dresser, that surface space feels usable, not cramped. Storage is the other reason I keep appreciating it. It has 7 drawers, and that layout ends up mattering more than I thought. The smaller top drawers are where I keep the stuff that usually turns into clutter, like socks, workout accessories, and random small items that I want to find quickly. The larger drawers are the workhorses. I can stack jeans and heavier items without the drawer feeling like it is flexing or struggling. When I pull a drawer out and it is full, it still feels controlled and stable. That matters because with cheaper dressers, the first thing that starts to annoy me is the way the drawers go slightly crooked under weight. I have not had that issue here. Day-to-day interaction is mostly about the drawer glide and the hardware, and this is where the dresser quietly does its job well. The handles feel sturdy in the hand. They do not feel like they are going to loosen the first time someone yanks a drawer open too fast. The drawers move smoothly enough that I am not fighting them, but they also do not feel loose or flimsy. It is that middle ground where it feels deliberate. I open a drawer, it slides the way I expect, and it closes without needing a second push or a slam. Setup is the part where you need to be realistic. This dresser is heavy, and that is not me being dramatic. The weight is part of why it feels stable, but it also means moving it is a 2-person job in a normal home. I was able to follow the instructions without confusion, but I would not want to handle the lifting alone. Once it was in place, it felt planted. No rocking, no weird shifting when I open multiple drawers. I also recommend deciding where it will live before you commit, because repositioning it later is not fun. In terms of performance, with furniture it comes down to what happens after the honeymoon phase. After months of normal use, the finish has held up well for me. I have set down keys, a watch, a phone, and the usual daily items. I have wiped it down regularly. I have not seen the finish turning cloudy or looking tired. The espresso tone still looks even, and it has not developed that patchy look that some darker finishes get when they start to wear. I am careful, but I am not precious with it, and that is the point. This is furniture you should be able to live with. One real-world scenario where this dresser has been great is morning routines. I keep the top drawers organized by category, so I am not digging around half asleep. Socks and basics are easy to grab. Accessories are in one place. The bigger drawers handle heavier clothes that I rotate a lot, and the drawer movement stays smooth even when I am rushing. I also tried using the top surface as a temporary changing station when a family member visited with a baby, just with a changing pad and supplies on a tray. That extra surface depth made it workable in a pinch, and the dresser did not feel like it was going to tip or shift. Another scenario is when you are reorganizing a closet and you need overflow storage that does not turn into a messy pile. I used 2 of the larger drawers for off-season items and a spare set of sheets. The drawers closed cleanly and did not feel stressed by the extra bulk. It is not just capacity, it is the way the dresser handles capacity without turning into a daily annoyance. There are a couple of honest drawbacks. The weight is a positive once it is installed, but it is a negative when you are getting it in the house. If you live in a walk-up or you have tight hallways, plan for that. Also, a darker espresso finish looks amazing, but it will show dust more quickly than a lighter wood tone. That is not a flaw unique to this dresser, it is just reality. I keep a soft cloth nearby and do a quick wipe, and it stays looking sharp. One smart thing about this piece is the way the drawer sizing is actually useful. Some dressers have a layout that looks symmetrical but wastes space, or they make all drawers the same, and you end up with a messy mix of small and large items. Here, the smaller drawers keep clutter under control, and the larger drawers are sized for real clothing. It sounds simple, but it is one of those design choices that improves daily living without calling attention to itself. If you want a solid wood dresser that feels stable, looks polished in a modern or classic room, and gives you storage that is easy to organize, I think this one makes sense. It is best for someone who values durability and wants something that will not feel tired after a year of use. If you move constantly and you want something light and easy to carry upstairs every few months, this is probably not the right match. But if you want a dresser that feels like it belongs in your home for the long haul, this is the kind of piece I would personally keep. Check the comments of this video for a link to see the current pricing of the Modus Furniture Solid Wood Dresser 7-Drawer Nevis in Espresso.